Mike Conley is jogging back. This cannot happen. This is Ja Morant in the open floor. You must sprint back. If Mike Conley's sprinting back, he's already here with his back to the baseline. And now Kyle Anderson can get up, force Ja Morant this way. We can stunt, we can recover Desmond Banes at half court. But it's just taken you too long. Kyle Anderson isn't sending Ja Morant anywhere. If you're Mike Conley here, once this pass gets made this way, okay, you've got to rotate to the ball. So you're rotating this way. Look at Mike Conley. This pass gets made. He's not rotating to the ball. And look at the separation now. So now you can't guard this handoff. Why is Jaden McDaniels begging to go under this screen? Well, look at the space. Please go over. Look at this. What? You're just begging to be screened for some... What? All right, obviously this is a mismatch. Ja Morant going against Rudy Gobert on the perimeter. So you got to tighten your gaps up. In, back to the baseline. Rudy Gobert, you can't play off Ja Morant. You got to get up and force him into this gap help. I can stunt, I can recover. There's another defender right here. Playing off Ja Morant is just not... What is going on over here on the weak side of the floor? This player's guarding this Grizzlies player. Anthony Edwards is guarding that Grizzlies player. Why does Anthony Edwards stop guarding that Grizzlies player? Like, what just happened? What is that? This is every reason you hedge. You have to have backside help. So let's cut Ja Morant's dribble this way. Now this backside defender just needs to step up here. If Ja Morant throws a skip pass, I can easily recover. You have to have backside help, though. So when you let Ja Morant keep his dribble alive, that backside defender can't go all the way in the paint. Picking the wrong time to rest on defense. Look at this Timberwolves player. Look at him start to rest. Look at this. Why are you stopping? Get up and guard this player. Why is that space there? So on this Timberwolves player here, you got to rotate to the ball. So this pass gets made. Stop. Rotate immediately. Back to the baseline. So there's no place for Desmond Bane to go, and Austin Rivers can get over the top. Right? I can stunt. I can recover. But you're giving Desmond Bane an opening here that he doesn't need to have. So what does that mean? Now he's able to get Austin Rivers on a step back. Hey, you want to double here. You cannot let Jaren Jackson just toast Naz Reid in the post. You got to get down and double, okay? Pass gets made. I rotate, I rotate, I rotate, I rotate. All in unison on this first kick-out pass. But, I mean, come on. This is a horrible gamble right here by Anthony Edwards. I mean, come on. Now we just lost you in numbers. This is on Austin Rivers. You're falling asleep when you can't be doing so. Watch this right here. All right, you got to stay level to your man. This is laziness. Look at this. Is Austin Rivers level to his man? No, he needs to be here. Like, and then you're going to run into your own guy. This is a terrible, lazy switch by Kyle Anderson. Right now, you got to be level to the screener so that when this player comes off, you're immediately ready to guard. You can't switch like this. Kyle Anderson is not ready to guard. Why in the world am I giving Ja Morant the lane? Up. There's no place for this player to roll to. The backside defender is sitting and waiting. But doesn't matter when you're just giving this to Ja Morant. And not lean towards the screen. You want Ja Morant to use this screen so your ball screen defense can execute. Look at you leaning towards the screen. Pfft. In transition, you get to the nearest body. You cannot worry about half-court matchups. You get cross-matched all the time in transition. It happens. So Rudy Gobert, this player's got to stay here. This player's got to stay here. Rudy Gobert's got to take this Grizzlies player coming here. Look at this. Rudy Gobert, you're worried about half-court matchups. That's going to happen every time. What is Rudy Gobert doing? Why is he in the paint when Jaren Jackson's this way? You get out to your man because... if this cross screen gets set, this player's got to be able to jam Jaren Jackson as he comes through so you can get on the other side. But when there's, look at the, when there's this, you can't come all the way over here and jam this player coming through the cross screen because you're in the paint and the cross screen is set so far away from that guy. Hey, if you are switching the screen, then what is Rudy Gobert doing? You need to be level to the screener. God. Kyle Anderson, you cannot just be staring at this loose ball. You got to start to get back, okay? If this player starts getting back, you got to stay level with him, okay? Because if Memphis comes up with this ball and you're just standing around no man's land, we're in trouble, okay? If Minnesota comes up with this ball, then you can get back in the play. But look at Kyle Anderson, standing. I don't see him. You cannot worry about matchups in transition. It's the nearest body. This player's taking Xavier Tillman. This player's here. Done. Look what happens in transition when you worry about half-court matchups. This is what happens. You have to get people back. So the shot's up. These Timberwolves players can't just be staring at the shot. You need to start sprinting back. All right? Again, if Minnesota comes up with the ball, you come back and get back in the play. But if everybody's just staring at the shot like this, transition offense gets made. Train wreck of defense right here. You cannot guard above the three-point line away from the ball. Both players in the gaps, back to the baseline. So, like, when this player comes this way, I can stunt. I don't have to move my feet. So I'll always be able to recover. Nope, you're just going to let this player get fried on an island guarding Jaren Jackson. God, is this atrocious defense. You never guard like this away from the ball. With your back to the ball. You have to drop back to the baseline. I'm seeing ball, I'm seeing man. The other reason when you guard like this, look at this. You are begging to get beat backdoor. If you are hedging this ball screen, then you can't be like this. You need to be up and cutting Ja Morant's dribble off. If he turns the corner on you, you're done. See, look at that. Look at Ja Morant. Turn the corner. Turn out the lights. Someone's wide open. Have to defend this down screen. Here's this down screen right here. You need to get attached to your man with your arms out. This player cannot be allowed to curl. You got to force him out so this player can get over the screen. Look at how this player curls. So look at the separation now. You have no chance of guarding this handoff. Get your hands off of Desmond Bane away from the ball. As soon as this pass gets made, right now, stop. I am dropping underneath the three-point line so I can stay level to Desmond Bane as he goes across the perimeter. All right, because look what happens. So your hands are all over him. So Desmond Bane's going to use that to create space. Look at the space he just created. So now Rudy Gobert feels like he's got to help you if this is a handoff, and you're susceptible now to a fake dribble handoff. Kyle Anderson has done a great job dropping into the gaps. He can even move up a little bit, but whatever. If you're this Timberwolves player, this is the only place this player should be allowed to go. There's no place to go. Why? It's one of the zillion issues with drop coverage. So right here, of course, I am hedging and pushing Ja Morant out. This backside defender can step up. If a skip pass is made, I can recover. When you run drop coverage, this is what happens. This player has to come from over the top. So Ja Morant's going to snake it and keep this player on his back. So there's nothing he can do.